A very good evening to everyone. In today's class, I will discuss an important grammatical topic which is conditionals. Conditional means the use of if. But you have to keep in mind that what is the clause. Before that, you have to understand the classification of sentence according to structure. We have learned the sentence is of 4 or 5 types: declarative, interrogative, exclamatory, imperative and optative. But all these are the classification of sentence according to type. But when we will try to classify sentence according to structure, we are getting simple sentence, complex sentence and compound sentence. But in particular, in complex sentence we are getting clause. What is complex sentence? Complex sentence is a sentence where we are getting one main clause and one or more subordinate clause or dependent clause. If I say, I know that you are a good girl. So here we are getting one is main clause, that is I know that you are a good girl. This is our dependent clause. Why dependent clause? Because yes, it has to rely on the main clause. It can't be expressed clearly. Okay, and I know this is our independent clause or main clause because it can be used independently. And this subordinate clause is of 3 types: a nominal clause, second one is relative clause, and third one is adverbial clause. And in adverbial clause we are getting 9 or 13 types. And among these types, one is condition, and in the case of condition we are using if. If you come to my house, I will go to your house. Okay. Now there are some certain rules regarding the use of if. Okay. As a result, we will be able to use if properly. 4 rules are there mainly. One rule is if is used if our main clause is V1 and the dependent clause, subordinate clause will be V1. Means V1 is equal to V1. Means if you drop the chalk, it will break or it breaks. Which one is right? The answer will be it breaks. When there will be a sentence regarding anything natural, okay, or universal truth, at that time you have to keep in mind that V1 is equal to V1. Means if you drop the chalk, it breaks. Okay, if you add fire to ice, it melts. It will melt, wrong English. That's why V1 is equal to V1. Second rule is V1 is equal to shall will plus V1. At that time there is no any universal truth or any natural thing, rather the common day-to-day conversation, if you can say. For example, if you come to my house, I will go to your house. If you come to my house, I will go to your house. So if you come to my house, come is our V1, simple present tense. But in the next sentence we are getting I will go to your house. Look, shall will plus V1. So first rule is V1 is equal to V1. It will be used in the case of any kind of universal truth or any natural incident. But in the case of second one, it has no connection with natural incident, rather it is our day-to-day common thing. Okay, if you come to my house, I will go to your house. If you invite me, I will go to your house. Okay, then third rule is V2 is equal to would plus V1. V2 means if I say if you invited me, past indefinite simple past. If you invited me, I would go to your house. Would plus V1. Understood? If you called me, I would call you or I would phone you. Both are right. So when you are getting V2 in subordinate clause or adverbial clause, if you come to my house, if you invited me, the next sentence would be would plus V1. Okay. Then fourth rule is had plus V3 is equal to would have plus V3. Means if your Conditional sentence means your subordinate clause has any had plus V3. For example, if you had invited me, then the second sentence will be would have plus V3 means if you had invited me, I would have gone to your house. Would have gone. Why would have gone? Because the first sentence had plus V3. That's why the next sentence will be would have plus V3. Understood? If you had called me, I would have called you. Understood or not? Besides this, we are getting another concept. This is called subjunctive mood. Okay, some impossible reality which is not possible in reality. For example, we have got a question in our metric time. The line was, she dances like a bird. Okay, now turn it into a complex sentence. The answer will be, she dances as if she were a bird. Now basically we know that where is used after we, after you, after they, after any kind of plural. But after singular he, she, I, where is used? When? To express some impossible reality, or you can say in the case of subjunctive mood. Okay, that's why if I say, if I were you, I could do better in the exam. So in reality, I can never be you. Okay, I can never be you. But by using the subjunctive mood, I can say, if I were you, if I were a king, I could donate 1,000 money to the poor, Understood or not? So this is the use of subjunctive mood. So it is all about the conditionals.